Yo, what's up? This your boy EC22, and this is the FairWeather Fan Channel Podcast Live Show. And as always, we got your boy Coach D-Way and J-Dub in the house. And before we go any further, please, like always, like, subscribe, share, leave comments, join the conversation. Fellas, good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening to you gents. Super excited. We've got a lot of great stuff to cover tonight.
Yeah. So I'm excited about that, man. I'll be honest, y'all, because it's D-Way fault. Because he's been calling me nonstop for the last 3 days, and he won't let me sleep.
My bad.
No, just playing, y'all. You know, just been one of those weeks, though. But for those of you out here watching, man, I hope your week has been doing well so far. I know it's just top of the week, but hey, we still got a few more days to go. Man, anything exciting happening in y'all world?
Brother, just getting summer plans together, lots of sports camps, I got a journalism camp on the books for one of them, and trying to book trips to Yellowstone and the other national parks in the area. Just, excited to be coming up, but no excitement as of yet.
Facts.
Yeah, we've got, man, it's just been good summers here, I think,
Yeah.
We're in the high 90s.
Y'all got that good weather down there right now.
Yeah, it's just going to get.
Right now. Now.
We'll see triple digits before you know it. But, man, before I forget, one of the things I'm super happy to hear about today is Major League Baseball lifted the ban on Pete Rose. Praise the Lord.
That's what's up.
So whoever was responsible for that, thank you.
And on Shoeless, both the gambling bans, they're both going to get in there.
That's good.
I really wanted to see Pete get in there with a year or two left, but I had a baseball guy tell me, who's smarter than me in baseball, he was like, no, that was the punishment. He was not going to get the benefits of being in the Hall of Fame because he broke the number one rule. Right. So now that he's not here, I mean, he definitely belongs there. The hits leader not being there is ridiculous. So they have finally fixed that.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
I'm going to address the elephant in the room. For those who are very observant, D-Way got on the Stars hat. I mean, J-Dub got on the Stars hat.
No, I got on an Astros hat. This is 90s Astros.
Oh, okay, let me leave that alone. But both of them repping Texas teams, and I come around with a Tampa Bay Buccaneers. We got our Astros and Texans, and here I am all the way in Florida. So
I think I got a Rockets hat in the background right there. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I do have stuff, but you know what, y'all? I'm FairWeather Fan. I can rep whatever.
That's right.
Hello, y'all. Let's dive into it, y'all. So NFL schedules came out, and wow, we have a NFC East showdown to open up the season. Which typically we usually see NFC East versus AFC. I mean, NFC versus AFC squad opening up, but this time around they decide to kick it in the NFC and the East, and the Cowboys and the Philadelphia Eagles will start this season off. And a lot of folks were just really upset about this. And we're here in the Metroplex, so we really don't have too much to say about it. But fellas, I want to kind of get y'all opinion. Man, what do you think about is it okay? Or the fans are just tripping?
I mean, for me, what a better way to start an NFL season. You've got what a lot of people still consider the greatest football franchise of all time in America's team, the Dallas Cowboys, opening up the season against the Super Bowl champions, and the rivalries, the ratings guys are going to be off the chart that day.
Yeah.
So, I think it's cool, Jay.
So until y'all mentioned something, I didn't even know there was hate or backlash or fans saying something. I mean, I don't even understand what that means. Somebody has to be the first game.
Right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't even understand it. So I don't have much to say because I can't even fathom why people are upset about the first game of the year being an NFC rivalry. Are they upset about the NFC rivalry, or are they upset about the Cowboys?
I think they're more upset about the Cowboys getting the opener, And
I don't understand that. Doesn't that rotate? Doesn't everybody get to be the opener at some point in time?
Yeah.
Okay.
So
I don't get it.
Yeah, the social media world, obviously the haters of the Cowboys who don't want to see Cowboys do anything, the ones who are pretty much upset obviously Cowboy Nation is excited about it, but some looking at the fact that, okay, this is a tough match for the Cowboys, obviously playing the Super Bowl champs.
Again, where is it? Is it in Dallas or Philly?
That's a good question.
Okay, but it doesn't really matter. I guess I would hope it's in Philly since they're the Super Bowl champ. We would start them at home.
I thought it was at a neutral site.
I got you. But I got y'all both on y'all's phone with the quickness.
I know, right?
I
know we're trying to figure
snap, give me them answers, son.
But I would assume it'll probably be at home since they are the Super Bowl champs, unless they're
I would think so too.
Let them. Actually, they're at AT&T Stadium. No,
okay.
they're not. No, they're not. They're in Lincoln Field, so they are.
Yeah, okay.
Lincoln Financial.
Yeah, so
again, I don't understand what I mean. The Super Bowl champion gets a home game to start the season, and it just happens to be against. I don't get it, but it's not for me to get on this particular topic.
Yeah.
What up, Jonathan G? Jonathan G, you got anything to say about the Cowboys and Eagles open up the season? Why people are upset?
What's up, JG?
So, I mean, the social media. Social media is going to be social media. Anything that people can throw on there to get some type of attention to themselves, they'll throw it out there. Some folks just don't like the fact they don't feel like the Cowboys deserve it enough to be on this spot. Then with other things going on here in the Metroplex, a lot of folks feel like, oh wow, there's so much else going on in Dallas because it seems like there's a lot of favor showing towards the the Dallas Metroplex area. Jonathan's talking about it's the hype. Yeah.
I
mean, no. He said I am hype. My question is,
I am hype. Oh, okay, yeah.
Would the people be as upset if it was Philadelphia opening up against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers? Are they going to be upset about that?
No, I don't think so.
Then people that are upset need to find something better to do with their day.
And of course you got all these knuckleheads. I mean, we're down here in Dallas. You got all these knuckleheads down in Dallas that don't have anything better to do other than to gripe. So you're welcome. Y'all have all you want. So.
Jonathan, he said Jerry is a salesman extraordinary. Absolutely, y'all. Yeah. For those who just jumping on, man, we're talking about Cowboys and Eagles open up the season, and there are a few people that are upset. Obviously, if you guys on the show, if you're a Cowboy fan, show your love. If you're not, give us the reason why you're upset, or if you don't care at all. Which none of us really care. It's just one game, right?
It's just strange. The whole thing is strange that people even have an opinion. That anyway.
Yeah. All right, let's move on to the let's talk about the strange. Let's go ahead and talk about the strangeness in the Metroplex. We get the Dallas Wings getting the number one seed, getting the number one pick in the draft, and we saw what they did with their number one pick. They ended up getting our girl out of UConn, Paige Beckers, and the unlikely Dallas Mavericks was able to pull away a number one first round overall pick, which is getting them in the spot to get Cooper Flagg after all the mid-year shenanigans with them sending Luka to the Lakers. And so you're talking about Cowboys get to play the first game. Stars and the Mavs both got first round. We got the number one all pick. There's a lot going on here. And that's what a lot of people are probably feeling. JP, what's going on, brother?
What's up, JP?
He said Nico is going to be proven right immediately.
What did Nico do? So I've been reading about this all day, and I have my own opinion. But what did Nico do to be proven right immediately? Right? Unless if it is rigged, Oklahoma State. If it is rigged, then he did something right. He agreed, just like when Anthony Davis left New Orleans, and New Orleans got the number one pick the next season. But if it's happen chance, then what did he do right to get the pick?
Yeah. Hey, Donald Glass, y'all. That's one of my brothers, man. We co-workers, man. Donald Glass, good to see you, bro, man. Jumping on the show, man. What's up, D, man? That's a baller. He used to be a baller. I don't know if he's still hoop now, but boy, D boy used to be a baller. We used to take him out back in the day, man. Thanks for watching the show, brother. He said I love to see them get thrashed. He must not be a Cowboy fan. I ain't mad at you, brother.
Welcome to the show, Z-Man. I'm with you.
He said the only Cowboys I follow Oklahoma State Cowboys.
Those Okie State pokes up there in Stillwater, Oklahoma.
He said Nico should be GM of the year. Oh my God. So, J-Dub, to answer your question, I think this what Jonathan is throwing back at you, talking about Nico should be GM of next season already.
Because he arranged a deal with the NBA to get the number 1 pick? Is that what we're saying right now?
Apparently.
Okay. Well, then he deserves to be in the conversation for that then.
Well,
Thanks, Don.
Yeah, he didn't know when that trade went down that the Mavericks were going to be in the position they were in to draft. So just don't give him too much credit.
Well,
again, do we want to play the collusion card or do we want to play the happen chance card, right? Because the 1.8% chance means it has to happen sometimes. The top 3 teams haven't won. The worst 3 teams haven't won the number 1 pick since 2019, so it's not unheard of. Yeah. But again, I can go either direction. If you want me to argue that this was collusion, I can. If you want me to argue that this was just happen chance, I can. Luck was on his side. That's right. Luck was on his side. And it's just, I think the only detail that was strange to me that I've read about was the fact that when Anthony Davis got traded, New Orleans got the number 1 pick the next year and got Zion. So this seems Anthony Davis getting traded from a team to team is good luck for somebody.
Yeah, for somebody. Yeah.
Everybody, JP loving Nico, give Nico a lifetime contract.
I tell you what we can do. Let's just
was on the high side. So yeah. So this and all the energy is falling back now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I tell you what.
Exactly. Think about the lineup. I appreciate that, D. Glad.
Tell you what we'll
think
do,
about the lineup with a bunch of old injured people.
JP will give you a 2-for-1. We'll give you Nico to the Timberwolves. We'll give you Jerry to the Vikings. For anybody.
Mm-hmm.
So, is there? Because you mentioned it, J-Dub. Is there actually an NBA conspiracy to where? I said this last year on the show. I don't know if you guys remember. I said that in the NBA has always been this thing to where you got to protect both coasts at all costs, right?
Mm-hmm.
LeBron is going out, so you got to send somebody over there in Luka. You know what I'm saying? Right when Kobe went out, they sent LeBron. Now LeBron's out, you send Luka. And then obviously you got to protect Boston or New York. Now knowing that now JT ain't even off the court good yet and already thinking about bringing in Kevin Durant. You know what I'm saying? They took Kevin Durant to Brooklyn for a little while. You know, they had Carmelo Anthony in New York. So it was always like you got to protect both coasts. Is this the thing to where the NBA decided under the cover of darkness to send Luka to the Lakers, and in return we will give you the number 1 overall pick?
And if that's the case, man, it's a bad trade. And I'm a big fan of Cooper Flagg. I really am. But you don't know how they're going to react to the next level before they get to the next level. But so after the whole Tim Donaghy nonsense and the Sacramento Kings and the LA Lakers, it doesn't blow my mind to believe that there is collusion on every level, right? So it's going to affect my fanhood if the outcome is already determined, but it wouldn't surprise me. Does that make sense what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Now I'm with Don. Cooper is the truth, and I was looking at the fact that Luka Doncic is a small forward. Him playing point guard, I think, limits what the Mavericks can do. Everybody loves to have that point forward, but it don't always translate to good basketball a lot of times, especially when you got everybody else playing catch and shoot, right? Cooper Flagg is going to be that good small forward that they're going to need, right? You got PJ Washington, their power forward. Then you got their 2 guards. You got Kyrie, and then you got the other key people that can actually run the point for them. So, and then we ain't got none but bigs.
None but bigs.
So you can trade one of those guys.
Healthy, we can start 5 bigs.
Right. And so Gafford and Lively are typically healthy. They just had injuries,
That's right.
But AD, he definitely is a I think he lives with bandages. I think he just get hurt. He's Mr. Glass, as someone said. So
I'm sorry, Coach. But now that you said that, I agree with you 1,000%. I hope they line him at the small forward position, right?
Yeah.
He's power forward in high school, power forward in college. Size and athleticism is fixing to change across the board for him. So what I was talking to Coach yesterday or today about was my question is how is he going to do with a big athletic defender that's 28, 29, 30 years old versus who he has been playing. He's obviously leaps and bounds better than his peers. But now he has to play people who are 5, 6 years older than him, 7 years older than him, 10 years older than him. So I have all the faith in the world. I'm a big fan of Cooper Flagg. I want to see how he's able to get his shot off over people that are similar size to him, because he has been significantly bigger than everybody since he was in the 9th grade.
Well, some people people of similar size, but people that are quicker and stronger physically than he is. That's what I'm interested in seeing. Shout out to my boy Bobby Brown, the all-time MFFL Mavs fan for life guy. So the Mavs have a full team that plays D. PJ may have to come off the bench. Z-Man, you might be onto something. Here's my lineup.
That's right.
My lineup is Simba at the point.
Right,
Cooper at the 2, AD at the 3, and the two bigs, Lively and Gafford, at the 4 and the 5. I know, because I know Simba.
Hold on. Oh, you said who at the 3?
AD at the 3.
Oh,
Lively and Gafford at the 4 and the 5. Big. But I said Simba at the 1, so
that lineup works in 1994. That lineup works in 1994. It doesn't work in 2025.
No. Jonathan G had a point. This is the other side of it. This is the other side. Mavs can gain fans like Flagg and Caitlin Clark, good business trade. This is the new wave of sports to where now it's like, when you get a high market player like Flagg, or even like a Caitlin Clark or a Paige Beckers, this is not necessarily about making a team better more than it is bringing fan base and revenue. Because we all talked about Paige Beckers and her and Arika Gumawala be able to play the same position. Obviously, they both not going to stay there, right? They're not going to stay right there. Somebody's not going to last in that small forward position and with Cooper over there, right? We know the two Lively and Gafford and AD, one of them got to go, right? But you bring those names over there. You brought AD over there to sell some tickets. You know what I'm saying? To get more fan base. And now you got Cooper Flagg, the most talked about college basketball player, and he stands alone in this draft class. And you able to get him? Oh, yeah. This is more about marketing than it is about trying to make the team better, which is a good business decision, like G said, in my opinion.
Yeah. Well, and
on that, I'm sorry, brother.
Bottom line.
You go ahead.
And then, Jay, don't forget what you're going to say. Bottom line is you got to put booties in the seats. You got to sell tickets, and ECU knocked it out of the park. Revenue.
Yeah.
All about revenue. Jay, what were you going to say?
So, and I agree. I agree with Jonathan G. The number one, the crazy thing is in this world of social media athletes, stars. On the men's side, Julian Newman didn't grow past 5'4". Mac McClung couldn't do anything but dunk. So you've had several come through high school that were a walking highlight for high school. Right. Cooper's the first one of this group of social media stars that grew to a size that would propel him to the next level. So he's the first one who, because all these other social media athletes, if I'm trying to think of the right word to call them, they've fizzled out at the college level because their athleticism didn't let them dominate at the next level. Well, Cooper's 6'9", right? So he's the first one. So to Jonathan G's point, I mean, even if he's a total bust, the amount of people you're going to bring in just because they're social media fans of his, at least for one season, you better make all your money in one season if he's a bust. But I mean, I think he's a solid player. He's got a solid jump shot. He's athletic enough. He plays defense. You give him 25 to 30 pounds. I think he's listed at like 230 right now at 6'9". He can handle 250, 255 easy. I think you at least have a bona fide player. I'm not going to call him an all-star or a superstar, but you have a bona fide good player on your team.
Well, I just find it interesting, Jay, because
at worst,
Jay, as all the years that we've been talking sports and we've been talking ball, and it's a long time, and I've heard you talk about guys coming in the league and the up and coming guys. And some of the big names that you started talking about when they were in high school, LeBron James, Victor, what's his name in San Antonio?
Tell you about Kyrie. So go ahead. Yeah.
But Cooper, you've talked more, and
Yeah.
you've had more excitement in your voice talking about this kid than any other player. So I'm interested.
Because he seems
I'm
he also
interested.
seems coachable, right? I don't know the
Right.
kid, but he seems willing to learn and willing to adapt to his new role. So that's what I'm excited about. Where you had other players, they were that guy, and they were going to be that guy, and you're going to build a team around that guy. Cooper seems like he's a coachable dude. He's going to do what you need him to do to be successful team. So we're going to see. I'm excited that it's going to be at a team that I already want to watch. That's all I got to say.
Oh yeah, that's cool. That's even true. That's true. Yeah,
That's right.
fun stuff.
So let's transition into let me get some comments in here real quick. Let's see what's going on. Jonathan G said the marketing team yeah, exactly.
They should. They need to make their money.
Matter of fact, they're already marketing right now because they know what's going on.
All of you've already seen a picture of Cooper with a Maverick jersey on. That didn't even take an hour.
And the best part about it is Jay is not a Duke guy. Okay.
Yeah.
It's probably one of his least favorite collegiate basketball programs.
There's been 3 players come from Duke.
He's got monster props and respect for that program. But
hey, I hate Duke.
I love Duke.
I bleed blue. I bleed North Carolina blue. So I have to hate them.
Oh,
but
first
Kyrie,
I'm Big 12,
Grant
so
Hill,
you know me.
and now
I know. We already know.
Big 12.
Where
if Duke comes to Big 12, I will be a fan of Duke.
Maybe we can get JP on the board with it. He's a Baylor kid, so maybe we get.
Can't
JP
even believe that.
All right, then, man. First on the clock, D-Wade, you got the Celtics and the Knicks series. Go ahead, brother. Take us away.
So first of all, let me say to all the FairWeather fans that have been following us for forever that I was the one that came out and said the Celtics were going to win it all. Well, here on the FairWeather Fan, we have the right to change our mind at the drop of a hat. Okay? So I have done that. Okay? The Celtics love a lot of those guys. They are so disinterested. They are so ready to move on to bigger and better things off season. And it's interesting because the Knicks are hungry. And the Knicks, I'm gonna steal a word that I heard from J-Dub this morning. The Knicks are playing some seriously grimy hoops right now. Okay, and the officials are calling the game the way I love to see it called, letting the guys play, and that definitely favors the Knicks style of ball. And so, with the Knicks being up 3-1, and with what a lot of people say is one of the best players in the NBA, who just had Achilles tendon surgery. So I feel like this deal will be over pretty quick at this point. But, man, the Knicks are super hungry. And I said this the other day to J-Dub, and Jalen Brunson is a super-duper superstar in this league. So the Knicks are up 3-1. They play game 5 tomorrow night in Boston. We'll see if Boston can hold serve without JT in the lineup. So that's all I have on it, man. So
hey, Corey said Knicks ain't winning anything, even if they get there, especially if they got to go against Denver. Now, JP made this comment. I was cracking up at. He said, "Fortunately, EC's pick is no longer valid due to Jason's injury." JP, that would be accurate if I not called this before the season started. I've been saying this long before the season started. Right when the season opened up, I've been saying that I don't care what the Celtics did last year, winning the chip, they will not make the East Conference Finals this year, way before the season started. So,
man, you did. Yeah, I give you.
And if you would have said because Tatum went down in a game, I would give you all the credit in the world. But I give you some credit. You had to have some luck on your side.
And they was going to lose that game whether Tatum went out anyway because they was already they was fighting, but he was done. He was done.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, game 4 is definitely in the bucket for them. But good observation, JP.
Don't encourage JP, please. don't.
As a Knicks fan, real quick, Knicks fan, but as a more basketball fan than anything, I wish Boston would quit playing analytical basketball, I guess, is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Give the ball to Jalen and let him work. Didn't he show you what he could do last year?
Yep.
So they're losing. Listen, they missed 33 pointers last night. They missed 45 game one.
Right on cue.
I don't want them to win ever. I don't ever want the Boston Celtics to win, but I don't want them to win right now specifically because of how they're playing the game.
Right.
Yeah. Corey, you're right, man. Way too many three attempts.
Mm-hmm.
And that, for those, and that's the reason why. That's the reason I always said that Boston is not the team that's going to build a dynasty with this team, because they're just. Honestly, man, there's a thing called being too good.
Mm-hmm.
They got too many good individual players, and I think when the game was on the line, their synergy goes all the way down. And
when you have 8 shooters, who gets the last shot? You know what I'm saying? It's weird. I'm glad they're not gonna win. I hate to see an injury to anybody of that caliber. I really do. It upsets me, but it is what it is, and we in a high contact sport, whether people believe it or not. So it happens.
Come on, yep.
All right, then, J-Dub, you in the seat right now. Timberwolves and the Warriors, 3-1 lead over the Warriors. Timberwolves, ooh-wee.
I've thought about this, and I don't even know which tack to take. I still don't know which tack to take. I wanted Anthony Edwards. Anthony Edwards is my favorite current basketball player, right? I've said that. I wanted him to go through the West like a hot butter knife, you know what I'm saying, and go through all the last generation. I wanted him to beat LeBron. I wanted him to beat Steph. I want him to beat Joker or whoever ends up. I hope it's Joker that he can beat them, just to add to his aura. So the fact that Steph went down, it's not going to be as gratifying will be the word I would use.
Yeah.
But, man, watching it as a basketball fan, and I said this to Coach too, if Golden State would have made a run for the championship, doesn't this put Steph above LeBron finally? Right? I think that's a hard argument right there. If he won another chip this year, but you see him go down, and I've been a fan of Butler for a while. Maybe I don't like him. I don't like his personality all the time off the court, but on the court, he's been the truth 2.0. Man, last night he looked bad. He looked uninterested. So it's weird, though, too, because he came to Golden State wanting to be Robin. He does not want to be Batman. He has said that verbatim. He wants to be the second fiddle. And now when your first fiddle goes down, you're required to be first fiddle. But the fact that you only took 9 shots in a key game at home before we got to go back on the road for a potential closeout game, man, I just really felt like Jimmy dropped the ball, and I don't know if it's because he's tired. I don't know what the reason is. I wanted to see more out of him, but big up the Timberwolves, big up Ant-Man. I know Julius Randle had a great game. Rudy Gobert has been a non-factor, which I'm not have ever been a big fan of Rudy Gobert, but he could still be the big man in the middle. I know Buddy Hield, for the last game of the last series and the first game of this series, looked like a super duper star, right?
Yeah.
And now games 2, 3, and 4, he was just a normal player. Even with Kuminga playing good. So I think Golden State's outmatched. I think they're outsized. I think Minnesota is just a stronger, faster, maybe not even better. I don't even want to use the word better team. They're the younger team. They're the hungrier team. And I mean, because both teams, I checked all the averages and stuff. Both teams are scoring the same score they scored during the regular season. They're making the same amount of threes they made during the regular season. We're talking about 2 teams that ended 1 game apart in the regular season. But it's just, I think it's an age thing versus an experience thing, and the youth is winning the battle right now. And I expect them to win in Minnesota. And then whoever they play, OKC or Denver, I expect them to win at least 2 games in that series. Minimum 2 games in that series.
So I got a couple comments on what you said, Jay. One, I predicted Minnesota to win the West, and I still think they're going to.
You did?
Okay. Number 2, I'm going to say, and kind of agree to disagree with you, Rudy Gobert is very quietly been effective.
Yeah.
Can I say it? Can you talk on that?
And I'm not going to argue with that. I guess with him being by far the biggest person on the court, I expected him to get, 5-6 touches a game in the paint and be able to convert those or make a foul out of those. And I guess game 1 and game 2, Draymond brought him out for sure, especially game 1 when Draymond was getting hot. They brought him out of the paint. So it changed his style. But I guess I would like to see more.
Okay.
If we're using the second round as a warm up for the Western Conference Finals, I don't care who you play next round, Denver or OKC, you're going to be expected to do some things, right? I'm not a big Chet Holmgren fan, but Chet is effective.
Yes.
Chet gets down on the block, he rebounds.
Yeah.
Joker, I mean, nobody's been able to do anything with Joker. So Rudy, this is your warm up series. So I expected you to have a big series, even with I said this before the series started, even with Draymond pulling him out. Me and Simba were talking about this. He still had to find a way to impose his size. You are the biggest dude on the court, height-wise, maybe not size-wise. So I expect you to be able to use that. And if this is your warm-up round for the next round, then I mean, I'm not looking forward to seeing what the next team does to you.
Gotcha.
So the Rudy Gobert situation, right? I just want to. Rudy Gobert has never been an offensive scorer. He's just never been that guy, right? What happened in the Lakers series is that last game is that he found himself close to the basket with people unguarding him, and he was able to score because the Lakers defense is just soft. That last game, they didn't come to play no defense. They wasn't physical with him. And so when you are a professional player and they're playing soft, you got to capitalize. I mean, it's easier when you're back close to the basket. That's what his game has been when he was a young man. The same way with Dwight Howard. It's easy to play, when you're just bigger than everybody and they're playing soft defense on you, you can score. The moment Dwight Howard got a little bit of pressure on him, it fell back. Same way Rudy Gobert, you got a little defense pressure put on you, it fell back. Dirk Nowitzki was the same way when he came to the league. He was killing, put defensive on him, he fell back. But Dirk learned that little mid-range 1-foot step back jumper, then changed his whole game around. You know what I'm saying? These other guys didn't find anything to score, right? So that was kind of what Rudy Gobert did. So, but if it gets to a point where the Warriors decide to step off on him, it's going to be smart to say.
And wait. And don't get me wrong, Rudy only averaged like 8-9 points a game during the regular season, right?
Yeah.
So this isn't about him doing something outside his wheelhouse. This is about him being bigger than everybody else. Yeah. At a certain level, when Anthony or Julius collects a double team, you get a dump down and you got a 3 on you, you should be able to turn around and hit a 3-quarter sky hook. I'm not asking him to run the game, but I am asking him to use his advantage is all I'm saying, right? And he hadn't done that.
And that's the problem with today's NBA. Let's go ahead and call out none of their bigs do that.
Right, I hear you. And that's me.
And it's embarrassing to watch. It's embarrassing to watch. All these big men do not want to play back to the basket. Don't want to sit around and just get in there and get grimy. I don't know what this is, right?
And I don't want you to play with your back to the basket all game, but you can give me 4 or 5 possessions where you are on the weak side help and you can overpower. Anyway, I'm done.
Okay.
So JP, you made a comment now. JD made a comment. I'm looking at these numbers. And this is a problem for me for our boy, the boy from Miami, Jimmy Butler coming in and want to play Robin. This is a problem for me. Draymond Green took 14 shots. Buddy Hield took 11. Brandon, I don't even know how to say this new Podzimski, whatever name, Podzimski.
The little 14. White boy with the curly hair. That's what I call him.
He took 14 shots, and Jonathan Kuminga took 13 shots.
Exactly.
You got Draymond Green being your taking 14 shots. 6 of them 3-pointers. Jonathan Kuminga is your leading scorer at 23. And our buddy, like you said, and Jimmy Butler took up 9 shots. That's a problem for me.
Jimmy should at least put up 20 shots. Minimum, he should have shot the ball 20 times.
Coach, where you at?
Man, I got to plug in, man.
Come on, man. Coach Steve Kerr, where you at? You got to coach this team better than that. I'm sorry. That's terrible. That's terrible.
I got to plug in.
Corey Patterson says that he thinks the Cat can go to New York and Randall going to Minnesota rescue their careers.
I agree with that.
For now. For now. We don't know what you guys can they go back to the old ways. JP is trolling me. He said, I swear EC told us last week that Randall was in the playoffs. And I still stand on that. He's just lucky that he got somebody
He's
that's
been a
play
roller
with him.
coaster. He's been a roller coaster. The games he's been good. He's been great, right?
Yeah.
But then he fades away.
He said JPC Gobert that also doesn't need to be great on offense or defense to be for our defense to be functional. I forgot he's from Minnesota. He's saying our. I love the ownership.
I know,
love the
I
ownership.
said not to encourage him, dude.
So I agree
Take
with
ownership.
that. I 1,000% agree with that. But again, this is a warm-up game for you. Everybody else is 6'9". You're 7'4". Come on, dog.
I tell you, JP is commenting between chip shots at the green and craft beers. Okay,
good for him.
He's working a lot of things in right now. So
he said, watching Golden State without Steph is like watching them boring Westerns.
I agree. I wanted to see Steph. Because, in all honesty, it wouldn't surprise any of us if during the offseason Steph said he was going to take a step back, right? So every playoff that comes around, I'm looking for 2015 Steph to start launching them from 4 feet behind the line. So I'm a little not heartbroken, but I'm a little sad that he wasn't able to at least, give us his last hurrah, if it's his last hurrah.
Right.
And
so now, JP, Donald Glass responded to a comment he said earlier, saying that if Steph would have had his run to the playoffs, would this make him better than LeBron in his era? But Donald Glass said Steph did it in the LeBron era. So everything he's done.
Hear you. I'm on board.
So right now, I mean, I know everybody's speaking LeBron, but right now it's balancing pretty even right now between Steph and LeBron, who era it is. So I agree with Donald Glass on that.
I agree too. 1,000%.
What are we going to say if miraculously Steph gets better and he goes off in game 5, 6, and 7 and they win the thing? How do you rank him then, man?
Adds to his allure, baby. Adds to it,
JP is here in the Metroplex, Corey, but he is from Minnesota. Am I right, D-Way? He is from Minnesota.
Yes, Corey, good call, man. Yeah. Here he comes. Hey,
JP, Corey is he is in Detroit right now, so that's the reason why he's asking.
Oh Lord, we finna have a Lions-Vikings battle.
I know, right? So y'all,
Lord.
so here we go. I'm going to take this series right here, and I probably should have left this up to the table. Matter of fact, let me switch it because I want this one to be up for the table since the series. I'll take this series right here: Pacers and the Cavaliers. The Cavaliers has let me down. They have let me down tremendously, and I don't know why. I just knew these guys were going to come out of the East because this team I expected to get to the conference finals over Boston, and I don't know what's going on. They got everybody. I mean, they had some few players out unhealthy a few games ago, but they're not. Spider's not showing me any energy, even though he is their leading scorer still. But this is really not about the Cleveland Cavaliers, and I'm not too mad about. I'm mad that they're not winning, but this is all about Indiana.
Yes,
I did not expect this team to be this good. I just didn't expect it. I didn't see it, and I'm sorry, but I didn't see it. I was crazy.
And you're not alone.
Scrappy, man. Rick Carlisle's got those kids believing that they're supposed to be there, and woo, man.
I mean, they had one chance to salvage the season.
Rick Carlisle's got them believing that if each of us individually just do our job.
Come on.
Yeah.
And that's the only thing left for a coach to do anymore today, right?
Yeah.
Is to get them believing in the system. And, man, I'm not hating on the Cavs. Just like you just said, just like you just said. It's a young team. It's their first time in this big spotlight. These players, Donovan Mitchell, for 6 years, 7 years, he was lost in Utah.
Yeah.
So they're learning how to be successful. But the Pacers not thinking they were going to be successful. They're just playing team ball with nothing to lose.
Yeah. This is good. Like you said, this is a young team getting put together. I think coach got a good thing going over there. Got to give these guys a little bit more experience in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
But when you get to this level, we used to say it's like boxing. You take a round off, right? When you get to this level of basketball, you can't take a round off. And Donovan Mitchell Spider took a game off yesterday, and it just hurt his team because his team needed him. Only scoring 12 points. Darius Garland scored 21. I mean, they really get too much help from anybody else other than the bench players, man. And that's Evan Mobley with 10 points. I mean, didn't even really do a whole lot. Jalen Allen only took one shot, which I expect from that. But, I mean, come on now, your rebounds weren't even there. So I'm just like, my goodness, like, what are you guys doing out here playing in this professional playoff series? This is crazy.
Cavaliers are up 14 early in the second quarter right now, so we'll see.
I was just going to say that, but I think if the playoffs this year has proven anything to any of us, a 20-point lead means nothing.
Right.
Jonathan G., I agree, man. Coach Carlisle got it going on, man. He's awesome.
What Bob say, do your job. It's because of the Bill Petro. Obviously so right now.
Do your job. I mean, because even the last game they just won, Tyrese has become their second guy, right? He's done it enough times. He's earned the right to do it again. But he only had like 11, 13 points last game. They're doing it as a squad, which makes it tough.
Yeah. They're fun to watch, guys. I mean, if you haven't watched the Pacers,
they are fun to watch.
They are a lot of fun because they're moving the ball around and they're playing. I mean, you're talking about old school team ball.
Yeah.
So man, good.
And they're playing on house money. They're playing on house money.
Yeah.
Nobody expected them to win one game, let alone 3 games. So they're just out there freewheeling. This is what we want to see out of teams.
Who is Carlisle's Jordan Hudson? Give us the answer, JP.
Oh, Lord, I don't even want to know that story.
Put your craft beer down and put your pitching wedge down and tell us who Jordan Hudson is.
Do you not know who Jordan Hudson is? Is that a serious question?
I don't know what
I don't know what he's talking about.
Jordan Hudson is I don't know what the reverse is, the gold digger. I'll say it. That a 24-year-old Miss Maine, she just placed 3rd in Miss Maine, and she placed 2nd last year.
Oh, for Belichick.
Bill Belichick.
Yeah. My bad.
How do y'all not know this name? There is no. Listen. This is the most obvious. Oh my God, he's got clout and he's got status and he's got money. So let me throw my 24-year-old body on this 72-year-old and see what I can get out of him. It is the weirdest thing ever.
Yeah.
Oh my God, who knows?
And God bless Belichick. God bless him. Because me at 72, I hope I have similar options, but I don't have the clout, right? God bless. But again, that paints her in a picture. She's painted as such I'm going to let y'all fill in the words that, I mean, it's weird. She's stopping interviews. It's weird.
Hey, somebody need to go up there to Indiana and take Coach's computer so we can see what his OnlyFans look like over there.
Yeah,
and we'll find out who he's dating, who is Jordan Hudson is.
That's funny.
There's some 25-year-olds on there. I promise you.
Yeah, we all need to take notes from Belichick.
Yes, sir. We need to take some notes.
Yeah. Hey, my brother.
Wait. I just have to win 6 rings and be a successful NFL coach for 20 years.
Yeah.
And be considered to go, and then I can have that available to me too.
Right.
I'm on it.
All right, then. So let's jump on this one right here. I want to do this together because all the ones we called were 3-1 series, but now we got this tight season. Nuggets and OKC are tied 2-2. 2 games in the Nuggets, 2 game back-to-back games OKC. What are we watching here, gentlemen?
Jay, I know you want to take this one, so
I've made no qualms about it. As much as I love OKC, as much as I love SGA, I'm a Denver Nugget fan from the Carmelo Anthony days, right? So I think it's experience again versus youth, and in this particular series, they're kind of equaling each other out. I still like the Nuggets. Aaron Gordon is still one of my favorite current players right now. Jamal Murray, Russell Westbrook kind of not lost them the game, but if he even hits the rim on that shot with like 20 seconds left, all his rebounders are there. So this could be even uglier. It could be 3-1 really easily. I'm still with the Nuggets. Obviously, OKC is the best team in the West for the regular season. But I'm still Team Nugget right now.
Wow. I'm surprised to hear you say that.
Mm-hmm.
I thought, wow, okay. I thought you were drinking the OKC Kool-Aid.
No, I am. So I can drink the OKC Kool-Aid until they play another team I'm drinking a Kool-Aid for. All right? The grape Kool-Aid I prefer over the red Kool-Aid right now.
Yeah, but it's fun to see the Joker, man.
Man,
What he's doing, what only he can do. So
He said, "All I ask is Russ Wilson, please not shoot anymore." My God.
all I ask for him, Corey, is to hit the rim, dog. Just hit the rim. My God.
I'm gonna tell you what I love about Russell Wilson and his shooting, because every time he shoots,
Westbrook.
Westbrook. Every time he shoots the ball,
Wilson,
he looked like it's going in, because he the way he takes his jump shot so hard, it's like he's gonna make this shot, because he believes it. But whether he hit the rim, whether he hit a fan in the stands or whatever, he just believes it's going in.
He shoots it with his chest, son. He is all in. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, and maybe there's some between him and Russell Wilson. I don't know, because can't either one of them really hit that on the dime.
No, that's right. That's right. They're just throwing the ball up, hoping it goes to where they want it.
Exactly.
come on, EC.
Yeah, the crowd be screaming no, but man, Russell Westbrook, man, is a energy guy, man. He comes in and he does the dog work and stuff like that. I haven't seen a lot of it with Denver, except for a few games to come off the bench, be the energy guy. He's not the average bench player, so that's a good thing. He comes off and he's playing like a starter, so that's a good thing with him. But I mean, this Nuggets team is going to really need Joker and Jamal to play lights out, because they're both equally matched defense. They're coming at it. Both of them got schemes they can run. Both of them are picking up the schemes early for each other. Right now, it's a chess match. You got Denver winning 2 off the back, OKC coming back and blowing them out in the third game, then winning a close game in game 4. They're going to play later on today.
Yeah, so we got
that was close enough. That was close.
They're in Oklahoma City tonight. I think Oklahoma City's favored by 10.5, according to Vegas. So I guess that's about right, huh?
Yeah.
And so just to add to your point, he is an energy guy, and he's turned into that guy for them, because if it was game 3, the overtime game, where he only scored like 8-9 points, but he had so many good deflected balls. He did the little things that don't show up in the box score. So and he can still be that guy. He was that guy his whole career, but he could also score for most of his career. Now now Denver just needs you to be that guy that if y'all watch The Last Dance, you know the way Gary Payton described Dennis Rodman with the F it up guy. He's that guy, right? You just need to make it hard on them bringing up the ball.
Right. True.
I can roll with that. OKC, man. Man, there's so much I can say about the squad. I mean, I just think that get a little bit more. I mean, they're getting what they're getting out of Jalen. They're getting what they get out of Chet Holmgren. But like some of the other players, like Alex Caruso, and definitely Cason Wallace, these guys gets a lot of minutes, and they get out there, but they're not contributing as much as I like. My Cason Wallace is a starter, but he gets 5 points per game. And then Alex Caruso, we know how he used to be 8 5-point games. Some of the other guys, they're still young, need to get on up there. But these guys are the deciding factor. And I like that everything has been placed on SGA, but at some point, you're not going to be – what made the Denver Nuggets so well is that you had people like you said, Aaron Gordon and Jamal Williams being those guys you can't let loose on. So it's hard to cover the double Nikola Jokic. But as the series get harder and progress, listen, it's going to get harder for SGA. It's going to get real hard if they make it out of the series. So, but they're going to need a little bit more help. Jalen Williams is doing his thing. Chad is their big guy. So, we'll see what happens out of this series. But I'm still rooting for OKC to win it all. That's my,
And what's cool about the West is both those, I mean, nobody's counting Golden State out either. So,
3-1 win.
Almost.
I mean, Steph supposed to come back game 6, right? They supposed to come back game 6. So supposedly, I don't know.
My favorite thing about OKC is I was talking to Coach the other day, and so during the regular season, you might get to see, let's just say, Oklahoma City play on a Tuesday, and then you may not get to see them play. You personally see them play again for a month, right? Between TV schedule, your personal schedule. But since we get to see them in the playoffs, you see them back to back to back to back. Okay. With all that being said, man, I like how OKC, and Coach is tired of me hearing say this, is always at a jog. They don't walk the ball up. At worst, they're jogging it up. They want to cross the timeline with 20 seconds left on the clock. So I like their rhythm. I like their pace. I hope. I think it would be phenomenal to see Minnesota play Oklahoma City in the Western Conference Finals, just to see the pace of that game.
Yep.
Right. I think that would be super enjoyable.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they asking about Pickens. One of you Cowboy knuckleheads better say something.
So yeah. So oh man. Maybe this is the reason why they got that opener, right? Trying to see what George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb and then all the draft picks they got. Let's see if this is going to be America's team again, going against the team where it all started in America, right? Philadelphia. That's where the country was birthed. And so let's see if American team go back to their birthplace. I don't know. Who knows what's going on?
You really gonna make me say it, man. I didn't want to have to say it tonight.
Say it.
The Cowboys will not make the playoffs next year.
They got a hard division. Division.
I don't care if Superman and Batman show up.
No.
I mean, the crazy thing about that, they got to worry about beating the Giants. That's it.
Ooh,
they got to worry about beating
the
Giants. Who was that?
Man, because every receiver that leaves Pittsburgh is straight downhill once they leave.
Man.
Yeah.
Preach,
Name
JP.
one that left Pittsburgh and had a good career. Don't worry, I'll wait.
Who was that knucklehead, Antonio? Who was that?
Brown, AB.
Brown, yeah.
I mean,
Brown,
he could have been good, but Tomlin was keeping the reins on him, and so he kept him on the field. And that's phenomenal.
And it comes after conversation, because I know there was a conversation that happened between Pickens and Coach Tomlin last year when Pickens started getting the cakes of the dropsies and stuff like that. Then he started feeling himself. There was reports from the organization saying that he was starting to be a little bit more of a prima donna into the locker room and stuff like that. And so I'm like, my mom was like, okay, Tomlin and them is going to give him at least one more year because he's still kind of early in his career.
Mm-hmm.
And then with them getting Metcalf, I'm like, oh, you definitely give whoever going to be your quarterback 2 targets. So I was shocked, even with this guy over there, and they're moving on from it. But obviously, Tomlin knows what he's doing, and yeah. And then when the Cowboys picked him up, I'm just like JP, like, wow, did they really get a good guy? Because everybody likes Super Bowl. I'm like, did you know what was going on in Philly?
And if George came in there, so they got Metcalf. If George is already bumping his gums, talking about I'm gonna get more ball than you, and this and that and the other, and the season ain't even started, and I can see how that would create some animosity, and they would want to get him gone. But yeah, I mean, again, if Tomlin can't keep you under control, Jerry ain't gonna keep you under control. I can promise you.
Look at Bobby Brown coming in with that black and gold Pittsburgh Steeler attitude. He said, George Pickens, he's the greatest team player in May.
No. I hear you.
What's up, Bobby? What's up? Good seeing you, Bobby.
I love it.
The greatest,
yeah, exactly. Right now, everybody, oh, man, yeah, but it's left to be seen. Can Schottenheimer get the best out of him?
Mm-hmm.
We don't know. Can Dak get the best out of him? Dak has made some superstars out of some guys that we totally didn't know anything about, and so we'll see if it's. He resurrected Amari Cooper's career when Amari Cooper left Oakland to come over here. So who knows? Maybe he can rescue this guy's career. But don't even want to get me started on the Cowboys because I'll go down that rabbit hole.
Please,
not today. I ain't got it in me. I
don't either. I don't.
But y'all, we've actually made it through the show. We're actually going to leave in time today. So those of you out here watching, man, please thank you guys once again for the love and support for watching this show, man. We really appreciate you guys for coming in on the FairWeather Fan channel and making it what it is. Final words, thoughts, J-Dub, what you got?
I swear, as soon as the Stars are out, you will not hear another hockey comment from me. But let's go Stars, right? We got a lead. We play tonight. We're against the number 1 team in the West. Let's go Stars. If we get one more win right now, then it's all but over.
I love it. What you got, D-Way?
Hey, I started the show with this. I'm going to end the show with this, man. Props to everyone who made it happen for Major League Baseball, for Pete Rose and for Shoeless Joe Jackson. that will be in the Hall of Fame now, as they should be. So that's awesome. I'm excited. Can't wait to see how they're going to do that and how that's going to work. But peace out to you too, Bobby Brown.
Yes, sir. All right, let me see. Can I pull up this real quick? If I can share this screen. Let me see. Can I? I've never shared a screen before. I've never shared a screen before on live. So we're going to see if this works or not. Let's see here. There we go. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. But this is the new EC22 Media Presents website. As you can see, I have my radio station on there, as well as a housing place for the FairWeather Fan Podcast, as well as my other podcast, I Value Your Perspective podcast. So we have our own website right now. So nice. It's up and running. So if you go on there, you click the CRE radio. I got some music playing on there right now. And then, you go down if you want to watch any of our podcasts or my podcast, and boom. Our podcast, The FairWeather Fan, and my podcast, IVYP. It's all right here. I'm going to change the URL because the URL is a little bit long, but for right now, the URL is this. Let me pull it up. It's www.ec22mediapresents.com, and that is the website. And there we are. That's what we have it, man. Radio stations out there, listen to music, podcasts available. I'm working on doing some live broadcasts because I just started a radio station. So trying to get where we can get this podcast not only on YouTube as well as Facebook, but also try to get it on the radio station. My radio station is CRE Radio, and then we're gonna go from there. But I will be uploading this particular episode on the station, and it'll be probably playing. I'll have it broadcasting tonight at 9:00, or at 9:00. I'll have it broadcasting this show at 9:00 on SRE Radio.
Very
so
cool.
There we go. I'm just something to have fun with, playing around with,
Cool.
And those are my final thoughts out there. All right, you guys, it's been great. It's been fun. It's been lovely, man. We've been loving talking to you guys. For those of you guys that's been hanging around, good big shouts out to Bob and to Jonathan G, to JP for joining on. Always good to have Corey. Newcomer Donald Glass, man. Thank you. Bobby, we appreciate you. Thank you for the subscription on YouTube, man.
JP.
Yeah, all of you guys. JP, man, we appreciate you guys for tuning in, and all those who are behind the scenes tuning in but haven't joined in the conversation. I appreciate you guys. Man, your boy EC22 of the FairWeather Fan Podcast. Before we go any further, please like, subscribe, share, leave comments, join the conversation. Join us next Tuesday at 6 p.m. Central Time right here on Facebook, YouTube, as well as the radio station and Spotify and Apple Podcast. Well, that's a lot right there. Ain't it?
Man, that's a lot. Oh my
man,
God. What kind of call sign? You gotta get better at that for your radio commercials.
Man. Yeah, I know. I gotta get some help with radio commercials.
How are you an admin?
Man, I'm trying to do it all, man. But it's gonna get easier as all this is news. It'll get easier. But y'all, man, thank you guys for tuning in, man. Thank you guys. And guess what?
I know
we are.
We are out.
There you go.